Thank you for purchasing the 4 Armstrong. Now let's just make sure you're using it correctly. The first thing I want you to notice is that the knob is tilted. When you put the 4 Armstrong on, you always slide your hand in with the knob tilting toward your hand. Let's go over a few of the parts on the 4 Armstrong before we start. This plastic piece is the cuff, and this is going to wrap around half of your arm. And then this Velcro strap is what tightens the cuff onto your arm. This knob is what you're going to turn, and which generates the tension. And inside here you'll see that there's what we call the contact. It's a plastic piece that actually is what presses against your muscles, presses against your skin. When using the 4 Armstrong for carpal tunnel, you're going to tighten the contact of the 4 Armstrong right over the center of your forearm. There's like a channel right here in between the top of your forearm and the bottom of your forearm. And you're going to go just to what we call the medial side, or if this is your right arm, it'll be just to the left of this channel right on the top. That's where you're going to tighten the 4 Armstrong. And the reason why is there's a muscle in here called the pronator. In fact, if you put your thumb on the pronator and pronate and move your arm back and forth like this, pronate and supinate, you'll be able to feel that pronator move under your thumb. You want to tighten the 4 Armstrong just about in front of that. And the reason is the median nerve could be entrapped in the pronator teres, which gives you some of your symptoms of carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel symptoms don't always come from the carpal tunnel. They could be coming from here and not here, or in both places, or just in the carpal tunnel. But since you might not know where it's coming from, we'll just slide the 4 Armstrong just in front of that muscle. If you just get to the center of your forearm, you're going to be in a good spot. And then tighten down the strap, and then bend the forearm to a 90-degree angle and let your wrist fall. This puts the muscles in the shortest position and the most relaxed position. You're going to want your tissue and your muscles to be very soft right here. Tighten down the 4 Armstrong 3 or 4 turns, and then straighten your arm, and then just stretch with your pinky and your ring finger. And hold that for about 20 or 30 seconds. And then go back up and relax, and then do another stretch for about 20 or 30 seconds. Then go back up and relax, and grab a hold of your ring and your middle and your index finger, and stretch with those 2 fingers. Go back up to the relaxed position, and then grab your thumb and stretch by extending your thumb. And what this stretch does is it actually stretches open the carpal tunnel. You can see how the carpal tunnel right here is really getting stretched out. It's a really nice stretch for your hand. And that's it. That's the carpal tunnel. That's the carpal tunnel treatment. You don't need to move this anywhere else. You may, if you want to play with a little bit on your own and test some spots, maybe move it up a little further and do the stretches again and see if that works a little better, or you don't get the results you're looking for. But we've had a lot of success stretching and treating carpal tunnel with these stretches. A question we get asked quite often is, how much tension should you create? What should you feel when you're stretching? And the answer is, it shouldn't hurt. This stretch shouldn't hurt, but it should be a bit uncomfortable. If it's just too much, if it's too painful, if you really are having a hard time stretching because it hurts too much, then back off the knob. If you aren't feeling much, then you need to tighten the knob, because if you're not feeling it, it's not working at all. So it should be a bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful.